Hey there, guys. I don't know how to start this video. I'm a bit shocked, to be honest with you. Um, I logged onto my YouTube today as I was going to upload a video that I recorded last week with Adele, and as I logged in, I found this on my page, a community guideline strike for an old video of mine called Francesca Ramsey Can Suck My Dick. Now, the video itself, I went back and watched it because as soon as I got this strike I felt like this was maybe not quite right. And I went back and watched it, and I will have to say there was a couple of times I did insult her in the video, but largely I would say like a good 95%, if not more than that. Maybe let's say 98% of the video was me just criticising a situation that had occurred with Andy Warski and Armoured Skeptic, where she had essentially kind of lured them in to say that she was going to do a debate with them, get them on a show and all this stuff, and she basically just kind of double-crossed them, and it was a bit of a big deal at the time. And I just put a thing on it because I just had some thoughts about it. So I was criticising the situation, I was criticising her and her behaviour. Now, the reason why I want to do a video about this is because, quite honestly, I find it a little baffling. Mainly because basically everybody on YouTube has criticised someone or insulted them in some way. And I'm starting to wonder if like this guideline is going to be attributed to any old person, basically. I think like, because I mean, I think of Sargon of Akkad, I think of Andy Warski, I think of some black guy, I think of Tree of Logic, I think of Anita Sarkeesian, I think of oh, maybe not Anita Sarkeesian, sorry, but I think of like maybe Blair White, I think of Chris Reagan. I'm thinking of so many people that have criticised people who could potentially fall under these guidelines of harassment. I read the community guidelines of what is considered harassment, and it basically says like videos that some of it I agreed with, some of it I was a little like, that's a bit ambiguous. Like, so for instance, you've got saying making videos, comments, and other stuff of a harassing nature and of a malicious nature. But some of it, one of them said something along the lines of basically it was like just negative comments, and I was like, what? So you just can't even say a negative comment about somebody? So, for instance, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, like, let's say, for instance, Chris Reagan is found out to be I don't know, a child molester. Of course, I know he isn't one, but, like, I mean, let's say he's found out to be one. Like, I couldn't even make a video going, wow, Chris Reagan is a bit of a cunt for fooling us all and making us think he was such a great guy, and now he's just a child molester. I couldn't even make that video because that would break the terms of service. And I just think that's... or the community guidelines, I mean, not the terms of service. But, like, that's just... seems ridiculous to me. If someone's a public figure and they've put themselves out in YouTube, like, for instance, there's a lot of stuff going on with Mundane Matt right now, stuff like that. There's been tons of people who have been criticised on YouTube for things that they've said, things that they've done, and they've been criticised fairly harshly as well, like pretty insultingly as well. I don't even think my video was that insulting. There was definitely some harsh things I said about Francesca Ramsey. I did call her a manipulator. I think I did call her a cunt at one point as well. But like, this is... But to be honest with you, that's just kind of the way I talk. I'm a bit of an effer and blinder. I swear like it's fucking going out of fashion. And yeah, to me this just seems really, really weird. I'm gonna send this video. I mean, this might seem a little bit Inception-y, but I'm gonna send this video to Sargon or to someone. I'm gonna send it around. I'm gonna see if I can get in contact with anyone, because this seems really weird. And if it's starting to affect me, who I'm a tiny channel, I've got like 5 subscribers. I've got, this is probably my most viewed video as well. It had something like 300 views or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I don't go back and look that much. This is just a hobby for me. I just vent on YouTube. I'm not really expecting much of a follower. I don't even monetize my videos because it's not really like a career move for me. I'm just here to kind of put my 2 cents on things, and if people watch it, that's amazing. I'm really happy about that. But like, I mean, it'd be lovely to be able to try and make a career out of YouTube. I have a lot of ideas and stuff, but I've just got my own life going on, so I can't really dedicate my time and effort to that. So it's just like I say, it's just a pastime. It's just something to do occasionally when I just feel like I can't put my opinions anywhere else without offending people. Because I mean, Facebook is fucking annoying as shit to put your opinion across on, and yeah, it's just weird. This has really, really shocked me that I've got this. So I did appeal it. I have appealed it, and I've appealed it again on the grounds that in the guidelines it does cite that it has to be videos, comments, etc. Now the significance being videos, the plural. So I only made one video, and I have not made multiple videos about Francesca Ramsey attacking her maliciously over and over and over again. Therefore, it's not harassment. It was criticism. So hopefully that does bring the video back. But I mean, apparently it would come back anyway in 3 months. So I don't even understand what the point is, because if it's just going to come back in 3 months anyway, then why? What's the point? It just seems completely pointless, unless this 3-month interval is to yeah, I mean, I didn't threaten it. Okay, let's say this. YouTube is not a platform for things like predatory behaviour, stalking, threats, harassment, bullying, or intimidation. Now, I didn't really bully her or intimidate her. I certainly didn't harass her. There was no threats, there was no stalking, there's no predatory behaviour. I mean, I can understand the reason for these guidelines, but I honestly don't think this applies to my video. I'm kind of weirded out that it was like I say, it's just such a small channel, such a small video. I don't understand how it's gotten to me like that. Not to say that smaller channels should be, what's the word? Above these rules or anything like that. Of course, all YouTube channels should be subject to the terms and conditions and all that bollocks. But like, I don't know. It just feels like I've known much bigger channels to say much worse things, to criticize people left, right, and center, and I don't think any of those videos have come down. Some of them are like 5 years old, and they're not down. So I really am baffled by this. Either I've been reported, maybe someone's watched my video recently and reported me, but I don't know who would have done that, because you'd have to be like a really hardcore Francesca Ramsey fan to do that. And honestly, is there that many of them out there? I mean, I know that she's kind of attractive, so maybe she's got fans on that level, but I can't see many people being like, I'm a super big Francesca Ramsey fan. I just can't see that. I can imagine people agreeing with her, or like thinking she's a good host or whatever, but like, I can't imagine people actually being huge fans of her, like having posters of her on their wall and stuff. Unless she did like a bikini swimsuit edition thing, because she is pretty hot. I mean, let's face it, she is kind of hot, but she's just an idiot. But well, you know what? This video might get flagged now just because I just said that. This is really odd. I mean, like, I've always known that YouTube has weird policy when it comes to people expressing their opinions and certain political affiliations, etc., etc. But I've seen tons of things flourish. I mean, even things like Richard Spencer and stuff like that has a YouTube channel on here. I mean, honestly, I just find this really, really weird and concerning, because if they might be doing the smaller channels first. I mean, this could be the beginning of a culling, perhaps. It could even be a thing where, you know, they're going to target much bigger YouTube channels and maybe get rid of them, because obviously we've just had the thing with Alex Jones being deplatformed from all over the place. You know, they could be looking at taking down a lot of people's videos or even just their entire channels, just based on what they believe to be harassment and whatever, which, you know, they don't really fully outline. They just kind of, I mean, some of it's obviously a threat is a threat. You know what a threat is, but like, I mean, harassment, I would say you'd have to have some kind of guideline for that. Like, you can't just make one video and then call it harassment. I mean, to me, like, in the law in the UK, like, you can even call someone like 10 times and that's not harassment. It has to be like 15, 20 times or something in one day for it to be considered harassment. Yeah, there's limits to it, and this is not that. So I don't know. It really rubbed me up the wrong way. So I just thought I'd make a video about it, just let you guys know what was going on. Hopefully, maybe this video gets picked up and people will be able to take a look at it, because I don't want other people to have to deal with this. I'm just a little channel, so it's not really going to affect me. I don't monetize my videos or anything like that, so it's not really a big deal to me necessarily, but like, I just found it really fucking weird. Just really, really weird. And it's kind of strange, because in that video I even big up YouTube for being a platform to express speech and say things as well. It's really odd, because I discuss a lot of things in that video. It's not just the Francesca Ramsey thing, it's more the implications of her and her ilk. Like, you know, there was a broader thing that I was talking about there as well. I don't know, it's just really, really, really odd. Really odd. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Give us a like and a subscribe if you give a shit. And yeah, I'll catch you on the flip side.